Hello students, welcome to my channel Engineers Academy. Kindly subscribe my channel if you want me to solve such more problems. Now I am going to solve this particular problem from chapter 3, that is the equilibrium topic. So it is said that certain elements of an in refrigerator ice cube makers are shown in the figure. A cube has the form of a cylindrical segment, right? So this cylindrical segment is a cube, right? So it is said that once the cube freezes and a small heater not shown forms a thin film of water between the cube and supporting surface, a motor rotates the ejector arm. This OA is the ejector arm. So it removes the cube. If there are 8 cubes and 8 arms, determine the required torque M as a function of theta, right? So this angle is theta, right? The angle of the edge of the cube, this edge of the cube with the horizontal is theta, right? So this moment will depend on this theta, right? So we have to find this moment as a function of this theta. And further it is said that the mass of 8 cube is 0.25 kg and the center of mass distance r bar. So this distance is r bar, right? The center of mass is located at a distance of r bar from this point O, right? So it is said that neglect friction and assume that the resultant of the distributed normal force acting on the cube passes through point O. So this point is very important, right? So it is said that is we know that this surface will apply the force on the cube in the normal direction, right? Like this. So there will be forces that will be applied on this cube in the normal direction. So in the problem it is said that if we add up all these forces, so the resultant of these forces passes through that point O. So let's say that I draw the resultant of these forces, but so the line of action of that force will pass through that point O. So let's say that somewhere here is that resultant of these normal forces, right? So this resultant will pass through that point O. So let me draw that resultant here. This is the free body diagram of this ice cube, right? In this particular problem, we will consider the cube separately for a free body diagram, and then we will consider this OA arm, right, for our analysis. So now let's say that our resultant is acting somewhere here, so it is passing through that point O. So remember that if it is passing through that point O, so it will not produce the moment about that point O. And since it is said that the masses of 8 cube is 0.25 kg, so 0.25 into 9.81 is 2.453 Newton. This is the weight of all that 8 cubes, right? This OA arm will apply the force on this cube in this direction, right? So that force is shown here, right? So this is that force. So we will consider this the free body diagram of the cube. And if I apply the summation of moment about point O equals to 0, since the system is in equilibrium, we will assume that the counterclockwise moment is positive. So now as we can see that the surface of this cube is making some angle theta here, right? So this is that angle theta. So now if I draw a horizontal line here, so this angle is also theta, right? So as we can see that this dashed line is perpendicular with this line and this weight is perpendicular with this horizontal, right? So if here we have that angle theta, so then we have that theta angle here as well, right? So now we can resolve this weight into its components. So it will have two components. This weight will have one component, will be acting like this. This will be the cos component, and this one will be the sine component, and this component will be parallel to this edge, right? So this one is the sine component. We can write that this is 2.453 sine of theta. So now if we apply the summation of moment about point O, so as we can see that this cos component is passing through that point O, so it will not produce the moment about that point O. So only this component of the weight is producing the moment about that point O, and this component is producing the counterclockwise moment about that point O. This is that point O. This is producing the counterclockwise moment, so I will write plus. This is 2.453 sine of theta, and the perpendicular distance of this sine component from that point O is this r bar, right? This we are given that this distance is r bar, the distance between the O and the center of mass is r bar. This is given, right? So we will multiply this with r bar. So we know that r bar is equal to 0.55 r, right? So I will write that this is 0.55 r, and we are given this r is 37 mm. So I will multiply this with 37 mm, right? And now as we can see that this F is producing the clockwise moment about that point O. So I will write minus F, and the perpendicular distance of this force F from that point O is this much distance. Let me represent that distance. This distance, this straight distance, right? This distance is the perpendicular, that is the moment arm of this force F from that point O. So we have to find this distance first, right? So we are given this distance, this 8 mm distance. This distance is 8 mm, right? Let me represent that as well, right? This distance is 8 mm. This is 8, and now if I join this point O with this point, right? So this is the radius, right? As we can see that this is the radius. So this is 37 mm, right? So we can find this distance by using the Pythagoras theorem, right? Since here we have that 90 degrees, so it's a right angle triangle, this small triangle. So let's say that this point is, this intersection point is, let's say B, and let's say that this point is C. So we have this OBC triangle. So we need to find this BC distance, right? So BC is the perpendicular, the moment arm of this force F from that point O, right? So this will be equal to 0. So now if we apply Pythagoras theorem to this small triangle, so we can say that hypotenuse square, so hypotenuse is 37, this will be equal to OB square, this OB, so OB is 8, and this BC square. So this means that BC square is equal to 37 square minus 8 square, and then we will take the square root. So this will give us that BC, the moment arm of that force F. So this is 37 square minus 8 square. So this is 36.125, right? So let me write that this is 36.125 mm, right? And this is equal to 0. And if we bring this to the other side of equation, so this will become positive, right? So from this we can find F in terms of that angle theta, which is not known, right? So we need to divide this whole equation by 36.125. so we will be left with this force F. So now we can find this. This will be 2.45 into 0.55 into 37 divided by 36.125. So the force F is equal to 1.38 sine of theta, right? So that force F is equal to 1.38, and this sine of theta. So this force F also depends on this angle, right? So this F is equal to 1.38 sine of theta in newtons, right? Now to find that moment, that torque as a function of theta, we need to consider this arm for equilibrium, right? So we need to consider the free body diagram of this OA arm. So now if I draw that OA arm, let's say that this line is my OA arm, right? This is that point O, and this is that OA arm, right? So now as we can see that if this OA arm is applying the force on this cube in this direction, so as a reaction the cube will apply the force on this OA arm in the opposite direction, right? So then here we will have that force F, which will be acting like this, and here we have that moment, right? We need to find this moment. So now when we consider this OA arm for equilibrium, so then again if I apply the summation of moment about point O equals to 0, since again the system is also in equilibrium, right? This is that force F. So we will assume that the counterclockwise moment is positive. So now as we can see that this moment is clockwise, right? So I will write minus M, and this force is producing counterclockwise moment about that point O. So I will write plus, the F magnitude is 1.38 sine of theta, and the perpendicular distance of this force F from that point O is this much, that we have already determined, right, which is 36.125, right? This BC was 36.125. So we will multiply this with 36.125 and this is equal to 0. So this means that this m, if we bring this m to the other side of equation, so this m will be equal to this thing. This is 1.38 sine of theta into 36.125. So 1.38 into 36.125. So this is 49.85, right? So I will write 49.85 Newton mm. This is 4.895 sine of theta, right? This is a function of theta, right? This is that moment, right? So for a particular theta, if we want to determine the torque required, so we have to put that theta value in this equation, and this equation will give us the moment for that particular theta, right? So this is in Newton mm. So I hope you people would have understood this particular problem. Like this video if this helps in your learning, and also subscribe my channel if you haven't subscribed it yet.